Try that again. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it as always. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. We're warming up. It is a new round and season of the Syrup Cup. This month heavily focused on crit racing and longer crit races at that. We're introducing the green leaders jersey. So what to watch out for in this race? That means on laps 6, 12, and 18 that there will be a sprint segment in play, being that we're racing downtown Dolphin. That will be prime or preem, and it's going to get spicy. So it should be interesting, given that, like I said, longer race is 20 laps, which is a longer crit race. So there may be some ups and downs throughout it. I'm not sure that everybody's necessarily going to go buck from the start, but you never know. There's definitely a possibility of those things. And there may be people making play for both jerseys. There may be people making plays for just the one or the other. There may be some team tactics involved. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to bring. So it should be fun. Should be fun. Hey, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing. The other thing I thought I had fixed was I thought I had it all figured out for some of my more fun stuff in the stream. But that's clearly, appreciate it, George. Thanks, my man. But I haven't fixed it yet. Internet's lying to me about certain things and what software is capable of, and it just isn't going to work that way. I thought, once again, we're going to be back in full glory, but no, I mean, I still have another couple things that I can potentially do. Those will take a lot more time, though, unfortunately. And that's just how that is. That's just how things kind of progress. Hey, Miguel. I mean, I can always go back to the streaming software, but I mean, we've had a couple crashes and stuff like that where it's been saved by the road. So I'm appreciative of that in its entirety. But one of the things I did notice was some visual, you see, and I did that. So I switched. You can see this is my old scene and this is my new scene. Visually there was some bumps in the road when it came to sort of what was getting pumped out. Now, I'm not sure if it's a computer limitation or if it was something else, but now optimizing my output for the road, so hopefully that will smooth things out. I noticed some frame rate problems and then started working on that and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Silver Comet. It's okay. I mean, they're okay. Pretty heavy workout this weekend, like on the interval side of things. So last 3 sets of that. Third set, final set, I came to a grinding halt. I was about a few, well, maybe 30 seconds, 20 seconds short of making it to the very, very end. But that's okay. I don't mind failing that late in the workout. And I mean, doing pretty much close to 2 hours of VO2 intervals, it'll take it out of anybody, I think. 4 sets of that is pretty tough. I mean, 3 stuff's pretty tough. Race should start in half an hour, Gordon. Approximately, give or take. Like I said, this should be interesting with the primes on 6, 12, and 18 for this race in particular. For those of you paying attention. Again, it'll be interesting because we don't limit who can come into the race. Good stuff. Enjoy your walk, my man. So there are people that may just be racing one race or randomly coming for a crit race, and they may have different plans, and that may have implications across the board for all sorts of points and GCs and leaderboards and everything, which is good because we like that little bit of chaos. And then we have the primes on those laps. So if you're not paying attention, you might get caught out. And then the race is long enough that potentially you may see some attempted breakaways that could, again, have implications for things like the jerseys, but you know, it's on a crit course, it is hard to stay away for a long, long time. So, again, we'll kind of see how things develop. We're already working on next month's series, which is going to be a pancake series, I think, is what we've determined. I just have to sit down and figure all that out. But at the end of the day, we're just here, gonna ride bikes, have some fun, race with some friends, try not to blow up too bad, and even if we do, it's all in good fun. What can I say? That's just how things work around here. It's just how things work. Where are we at? Where are we at? So we're on level 5 of the Atomic Cruiser here. We started working on that on the weekend with our 110K ride yesterday, so my legs are a bit sore, to be honest, as we pump up the volume. Here's Mr. Mike Bell, looking pro as always. And his Alpecin kit. Joining me for what is known as the slowest warm-up in mankind. For 1 second, maybe. I noticed that on Strava, Breezy mentioned that he upgraded. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're watching, Breezy, but does that mean you upgraded ZRS score? Or did you upgrade to Cat B? Because I think everybody's in these races that I'm racing in, other than myself, are pretty much Cat Bs. I'm just a lowly C and probably always will be. That's just how we are. Oh, I'm thinking this optimization thing may have done a little bit of the trick. For now, I'm not seeing any of the stutter. The problem is I'm not really watching the output. And while I watch my videos afterwards sometimes, if I'm curious about something, if I don't know, we only have 3 people in the pen right now. Ooh. Right, because yours got split, Miguel. So there's 2 people, I think, above you in the higher pen. I think we've only got like 8 people in C. I mean, I think what Gordon was prophesizing, that the longer these longer races might scare some people off, which they shouldn't. It's just an exercise in racing, just a bit different. No, sir, I'm actually spectating this one, working on sustaining power that will be required. Ah, gotcha. Oh, so you're just skipping the first stage. So I think you're plenty strong if that's what you're getting at, Breezy. Like you put on a good showing, definitely last series. I think if we're to compare, I think for a lot of people that are bigger sprinter types, this series is going to be a lot easier in some ways for them and harder in others. I think the last series in particular, somewhat by design, was to be a little bit more advantageous to those that were a bit climbier. And we knew that going in, and to be honest, I'm not surprised by the results at all. But, you know, it's sometimes people will surprise you. It's definitely interesting. I'm curious about this one. On the one hand, I sucked last month and I've been off the bike for almost a week, but on the other hand, I've been all right at this stuff recently, though this is longer. And I think that plays to your advantage a bit, but not 100%. Like I said, this is kind of a mixed bag. And I mean, if there are guys that are running, whether it be a team or impromptu teams, they will see an advantage for sure than somebody running solo. That's just kind of how these things work. Now, there's a lot of people who ride in solo. It could be interesting as well. There we go. Gonna go up for stage 4. And that's fair. Oh, I see what you're talking about, jumping up a ZRS category. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing now, I think with this one is that the ceiling's a little bit increased for the next stage up, but there's still a cap, and it also allows the stronger riders in that category. Or did the cap come down? What did we went up to? We went up to 750, I think. Next level up is now 690, so there's a little bit of a drop on the top to push guys up. Is there going to be steering game stages? Oh God, no. No. I will give you credit where credit is due, Mike. You definitely killed it in the video game. And yeah, there's a little leeway to 520 now in this. So, I mean, I'm right on that edge too at the moment after last week's crits. So we'll see. We will see how it all sort of plays out. So I may be bumping back and forth between the two. Who knows? But yeah, the video games, I've watched a fair few people do them. And my observation is this. If you are like me, and your first video game system was like playing the Atari, or ColecoVision, or the Odyssey, or Intellivision, which, if you're not old enough, you might have never heard of half of those. Chances are you suck at that game. If you don't currently play video games and have video game reflexes, I think at the end of the day, those things have been pretty rough for people. And most of the older guys I've seen do them, we just plow through those red bricks like there's no tomorrow. And that's just it. But some of the younger guys that I've seen do it, man, they're just flying through that thing, which is awesome. So many buttons. Too many buttons. Way too many. Yeah, I don't know what to really make of it all. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, what I would like to see is, you know, potentially that maybe there is a little more steering involved, in the sense that to move around somebody, you got to put yourself out in the wind a little bit more. I don't know. It's kind of how I see that. I would like it that if I just started slowing down, that Mike would have to move around. Or you crushed your click controller on some gravel because you had giraffe legs and didn't unclip subsequently. Or that. I would wonder why you have your click controller outside on gravel, but I would hate. The one thing I hate about these controllers, I will say this, is that when I go to sprint, I'm not where I like to be in the drops. I'm like way further back, just because where they attach is kind of weird. The new ones that kind of strap onto the side of your hoods, I think might be a little bit better. But again, like if I were to sprint and I had to steer to get around somebody, it's not going to do me much good, because where I'm going to position myself, I'm not going to be able to reach them. So I don't think it's optimal necessary. That being said, with some of the newer electronic shifters, they should just implement it so you can use those buttons. But then again, too, like, I'm not really wanting to press the buttons on the top of the hoods for a video game and wear them out, especially when I need them outside at the end of the day. So I don't know. Oh, you've got the new ones? Yeah, I'm on the controllers, so I don't know. It's we'll see at the end of the day. I'm not terribly worried about it. I don't think they're moving to full-on steering racing or fully video gaming-izing it either. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is definitely a more athletic endeavor than most game streams that are out there. But, you know, it's still different than actual riding, which is good. You know, it's you got to take things for what they are sometimes. I meant to do Flanders on the weekend, but I woke up late on Ruby, and there was like over 900 people in that race. It would have been something else. I did not. Like, I try to restrict, like the most I'll do is 3 times a week. So starting this month, we'll be doing this, ZRL tomorrow, and we're going to do Pass Normal on Thursday, the gravel series, just because I want to see the gravel courses and something different. And then we'll go back to rhinos. But, you know, for me, with summer coming, he says, as we've just had snow for the last 2 days, it's going to be probably once a week. As we get into cross season, it's just going to be once a week, no matter what, I think. And then resume kind of the rhino crits come September, or use them as rainy day trainers. That's kind of what I did last season. If it was raining or smoky, or raining and smoky, or smoky and rainy, or snowing, because it sometimes snows in June, July for no apparent reason. We just basically substituted that. So, because I'm still very much a fair weather rider. It looks like a roller coaster. Yeah, it looks pretty lumpy. I imagine it'll be fun-ish. Like, what I saw was the races were pretty big. It looked like they were having some issues with kind of frame rate. People were saying that it seems like it's going double fast for some reason. I looked at the Zwift insider thing. It seems to be like kind of like overlaid over Crit City, part of it. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Looks completely unrealistic, which is, you know, I hope they haven't messed it up. That's all I'm going to say is, like, last month, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty jazzed when I heard it was coming out. I was pretty happy that we had 2 gravel stages in our Syrup Cup on Monday leading into it. I think that was pretty cool. It's kind of a prelude to gravel. I think that there needs to be gravel, and some long gravel too. I mean, let's be honest. Most gravel races out here are slogs. They're like big, long slogs. They are massive endurance rides with crazy climbs and shitty surface and sometimes too much mud, and then weird things like river crossings, which I'm not all about at all. Like, screw that. It's wild. It felt like a motocross race. You see, that's not good. If that's how it felt, that's not good. You need a longer route than the Uber pretzel. How long is the Uber pretzel? I've never done it. I mean, to be quite honest, like, I don't do the longer routes. I mean, even when I did my endurance ride, I was doing this just for the extra drops, in the sense that I think I made like almost 500,000 drops yesterday riding 3.5 hours on this route. So it works out. I mean, with 18 bikes coming, probably gonna need some drops. Wheel sets coming, gonna need some drops. 162K. Yeah, you see, that's long enough. I don't know. I think that should be your goal. You would love it. Hey, Basalt. And by love it, you mean hate every moment of it? I mean, I can do endurance. I just have to be really careful of my electrolytes, is all, speaking of which. Now, I was about 25 or 30 laps myself. Whatever 110K is, that's what I did on the volcano yesterday. Tempest is always flat. You can always rely on Tempest to be a flat segment somewhere. Got up 15 minutes ago. Nice. Yeah, it's I think it's the easiest route to kind of farm on right now. And I don't think there's much longer left in this world for farming here, is there? Like, I don't think so. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter. I've got nothing planned to buy. I mean, unless I upgrade the Tron, which is gonna take forever. You know, I think the next upgrade for this one's like maybe 160, 200,000, which I have made. Yeah, the Stowaway segment, the problem is you're mecking around with a controller and stuff like that. Like, I just kind of want longer rides to be mindless. Like, I don't want to focus that I'm stuck on this trainer for 3.5 hours. I will focus on music or focus on other things or do whatever. I mean, unless you could get something that automatically turned me where I'm supposed to, and I didn't have to think about it, I would do that. But I don't know. It's to be honest, it's not that important to me. Like, I get it for a lot of people. There is like that whole like upgrade, new bikes, all that kind of stuff, and that they're in the thick of it, and I get that. Like, you need it. Like I said, like, I mean, we're sitting at like 3.5 million drops at the moment, and that's not going to go anywhere except up. And then if I ride things like this, which increases the drop levels, it'll go up faster. If we ride with pace partners, it'll go up faster. to be honest, for a lot of my rides, I just want to spend more time on Ruby doing some interesting routes and kind of doing that. I did a race last week where there was a downhill, and I found out very quickly that my gravel bike has a huge disadvantage on that platform because of the way it's with a geared system, and that when we were doing 80, 90 kilometers an hour downhill, like I'm spinning out. I mean, it's not like you sprint at those speeds anyways, but I don't know. I think people must be switching and upping their trainer difficulty above 100% so they get some tension so they can spin ahead. But that's just kind of how things are. It's like anything. People will do things to have a competitive advantage. And that's whatever. The only bikes I really care about are the Tron and Specialized. Other than that, you don't need to farm. Yeah, eventually I'll probably upgrade the Specialized Athos, which really, when I think about it, that might be a new bike, the Athos 2. But the funny thing in the real world, the Athos and the Athos 2, the Athos 2 is actually heavier than the Athos. So, by a little bit. So if you're going for lightweight, you want the original Athos. The difference is the new Athos is a little bit more aerodynamic. So, there you go. Princeton's, yeah, I took a look. I'm not sure that the numbers are there for some of these wheels. Or the Princetons are a lightweight. Are they the lightweight ones? I'm getting my wheels mixed up now. We're going to go Specialized, and we're going to go Swiss. I think that's a glitch. 10,000 awarded. Well, I guess I just crossed. And it was best all-rounders now. But by how much? Like, that's the thing. Like, if I use the Specialized or the Pinarello Dogma, they're almost one and the same. They're very slightly different in maybe slightly different ways. And it might make a difference and it might not. All these bikes are so incredibly close. I don't think it really matters. Unless all things are equal, unless you're like with somebody that's entirely that equal, then maybe it kind of makes a big difference. But we're not sure. Anyways, best of luck to everybody. New round of the Syrup Cup. Happy to have you all aboard. Best of luck to you. You see, now, there is a bit of a difference with the Venge. Venge is I still really like that bike. That one does make a big difference if it is a flat course. But like I said, I mean, everything is so close. It's so close. What do we got? We got 5 in the pen. We got 5 in the pen. This could be a very long race. Could be a very long race if we only got 5. If we only got 5, then we should just make the green jersey something that you can do at any point in the series. With this smaller group, it's probably going to be an hour. Yeah, oh yeah. Sometimes, like, it makes a difference in the sprint. Like, it might. I would say if I do good or bad, it's not typically because of the bike, it's because of me more than anything else. It would be nice to break it down to see exactly what did what. Who rode with what, how many watts it saved, did it make a difference? Hey, Darren, how'd your run go? Did you break your time? You were looking good when I think I had to bail out about halfway through. You just passed the halfway mark, and you were well on pace at that point. You were giving her, man. You were giving her. You were maintaining that pace, like, well, like, solid. Nice. Well done, my dude. It's interesting for me to watch those streams because I don't run. And it's interesting to see that side of the platform. Yeah, because you were doing like 355s for the one. Well, 357 for the first, and then the 4 after were all 355. So you were looking well on pace, and clearly you were. It's going to be a long one. So for those of you going after the green, remember 6, 12, and 18 are the numbers to remember. I knew Bobcat's coming. I think Bobcat's racing Thursday as well. For those of you who want to know, we're racing Pass on Thursday, doing the gravel route for the next month, just to get those courses in the bag and on video and all that kind of good stuff, because they'll probably come into play somewhere. All right, best of luck, everybody. The video game lighting's hilarious. Are you sleeping at the wheel, Salty? Now remember, there's 3 preems in this race. Six, 12, and 18. FAL.
I'm a pusher man, pusher man, bitch. About till I die, I'm a pusher man, pusher man, bitch. About till I die. So what's it feel like to be a bump with it, but I shit that makes the mama get a grip. Jesus, could you believe these pieces contain LSD? Yes, I think of easy. I don't shit for a while, now I got my cash with this shit for a while. I don't shit for a while, shitting on the motherfucking hot website. I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die, I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die. Small train coming through the station, full of fake shit, better face shit. Honey, train, till I hit the main. I gotta take it both ways till you do the same. I don't shit for a while, hit the concrete, make shit go wild. I let it shit for a while, hit the concrete, make shit go wild. I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die, I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die, I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die, I'm a pusher man, bitch. About till I die. Tell me what you want, I got it. So tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, I got it. So tell me what you want. So tell me what you want, I got it. So tell me what you want. So tell me what you want, I got it. So tell me what you want. So tell me what you want, I got it. So tell me what you want. So tell me what you want, I got it. I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, been through the struggle but now the coast clear. I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, been through the struggle but now the coast clear. I've been through everything that you could think of, seen it all, had it all, lost it in a blink of. Forged in the fire, taking punches, I got beat up. Left, right, uppercut, it was hard to keep up. Looking over my shoulders, making sure nobody sneak up. Life was throwing shots, most of y'all will probably freeze up. But me, I had to speak up. Looked in the mirror and told myself, you better not ease up. Boy, you better speed up, show 'em what you made of. Yeah, I got my weight up, tripled on my hustle like somebody better pay up. Had to get my cake up, make the family proud. Now we all here, mama, look at me now. Yeah, I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, been through the struggle but now the coast clear. I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, been through the struggle but now the coast clear. Voices in my head tried to talk me out my goals, but I can't stop it till I hit it on the nose. Mama always told me, keep your head up, boy, you chose. Angels on your side, with you everywhere you go. Fighting every battle, yeah, I'm reaping what I sow. Take it all in stride, that's the only way to grow. Ay, I stayed 10 toes down, now we all here, mama, look at me now. Yeah, I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, been through the struggle but now the coast clear. I'm still here, after the rain and all the smoke clear. I'm still here, I've been seeing that smile start to come around. I think the sun is finally coming back from the clouds. I got a feeling, I know you feel it. I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. Don't let it get away. This could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. There's just something about the way you're looking at me now. It's like we found a way to climb when I'm coming down. I love this feeling, I know you feel it. I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. Don't let it get away. This could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. 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 Don't let it get away. This could be everything. You know I gotta say, I think we're onto something good. I think we're onto something good. I met a girl, it's always about a girl, but this one, she might just save me from my fragile mind as it starts to waste my time on red flags, past wounds and maybe, oh maybe. Go way, you wanna climb, man. Keep it moving till you're ready to go. Go way, you're wasting it out, man. Keep it moving till you're ready to go. Go way, you wanna climb, man. Keep it moving till you're ready to go. Go way, you're wasting it out, man. Keep it moving till you're ready to go. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna feel good, no. I just wanna feel good. I just wanna
Thanks, Darren. Bobcat's gonna make a go for it here, I think. He's got the stamina to do 7 laps. Whew. time. Yeah. Like it. Ooh. Oh! Oh. Oh. That was a tough finish. Thanks, Darren. Thanks, Silver Comet. Thanks, guys. Oh. Whew. What a race. What a race. That had it all. That had it all. You bet, Bobcat, this is gonna be fun. You're looking strong, my man. Those are great power numbers. Nicely done, Matthew. Oh my God. Ah. A gamble paid off. Gamble paid off. Oh, that felt good. So lots going on throughout that. Played out kind of how I hoped. I thought maybe, well, I didn't expect to be at the end. Well, we'll just say that right off the hop. That was lucky. Pure luck. I expected the GC guys to kind of hang in there. And then after lap 18, absolutely smashed the crap out of all of us. And there was an attempt, like, when I got out front, I was like, I'll push. Thing is, I'm not strong enough to stay out front that long. Especially with 3 big streams. Yeah, that was good. Under an hour. Perfect. That's kind of like right where I hope these had been. Kind of like the philosophy is to push them more towards kind of what it would be like outside. I feel like when you have a race and it's in the 20Ks, that it's just kind of like, you just go, right? Where this, you gotta kind of like strategize. I thought Bobcat was gonna take a flying leap at it a couple times. He looked good. You know, some guys were pushing up front. You know, Ronzetti took, thanks Robbie, took an early poke, the first preem, those guys took off. 1 and 2, like, they took it, like, oh, nice, nicely done, guys. Nicely done. So, yeah, it's, I think it's good. 9.8 for 15-second power. I'm not going to complain about that. Especially in that long of a race. Like, it's a bit of a slog. They're not all the preems in all the races are like that. So, like, almost counterintuitively, Glasgow crit, it's going to be the final sprint that's the preem, not the kicker. And kind of on purpose, because it's a longer sprint, so it's harder for guys to do that repeatedly. And plus there's the kicker there, so it's gonna make it interesting in those races in particular. And then the preem, the other way for Dolphin is a lot longer. So yeah, it's tough. Like, we're greedy in first points and ultimately got dropped and paid for my ambition. And that's exactly the other part of it too, Rob, is like, the point of the preems is to have that kind of competition in between. Guys could go long break and nullify it all, but it's also to push really hard. It'll cause some natural droppage, but it will also cause some guys like me to do themselves some unwittingly harm. The next group up is 520 to 650. After this, I might be going up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm on the edge of going up the cat. So I think I was 509 going in, and quite possibly going up after this one. Yeah, you bet. There is jail. I think it's 1st through 10th is we're awarding points. So There is points all the way through. 703. Yeah, so you'll be in the top cat, which is 690 to 1,000, I think is kind of where it is. We try to break it up so everybody's good in a good grouping of people and it's competitive. I mean, what we did is after the first three things, we butchered the bottom one because nobody was really participating in it. So we just got rid of it and then used it for the other ones. And depending on how it continues, we may butcher another bottom one and then, have kind of another stagger death category. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. You want to be among people that are going to push you, right? Like, in reality, make you work harder. And that's the whole point of things, I think, at the end of the day. It'll be good after you all move up. You'll be back there, Jail. Man, like, the first season, you were absolutely destroying us all. I don't know if you got sick or what happened. We went on holidays. So, it happens. It happens. Don't worry, I'm due to implode any time now here. Yeah, but that's, that's the thing. It's, unless you're Pogača, you're going to run into people that are better than you. And I mean all. Fair enough, Jill. Fair enough. Hey, you got a title, man. You've got a title. You are a Syrup Cup champion. You can wear those, we should make a t-shirt with like a band with little syrup drips. Like everybody's got the world championship things. You get Syrup Cup bands. If you've won, okay, I'll just say this. I mean, obviously we're not gonna make shirts here, but if you are so inclined to wear jerseys and make custom jerseys, and you have won a Syrup Cup, you have my absolute blessing to put a band of syrup drips around and proclaim that you are the Syrup Cup champ of a certain year. And if anybody asks, I will absolutely 100% confirm that is true. Because it is. And you earned it. Sticky bands. If I knew somebody that made them like just the little armbands, I would make them and send them out. Yeah, it's going to be a big race next weekend. I mean, Pogača just looked strong. I mean, he looked a little tentative at times. Remco, it's interesting if you listen to the end of it, like, Pogača did not want Remco anywhere near him and Matthew and Van der Poel in that race because he knows he's dangerous. And to be honest, he put in a hell of an effort just to time trial it the whole time. You like it? I like it too. I like it. I just like things to be fun, and I think it's great. Not surprised. I mean, if you look at Pogača compared to a year or two ago, he's gotten bigger, which tells me he is working strength like no other, which is making him stronger. I mean, it's one thing to be light and have the watts per kilo that way, but to have that power, that good power weight ratio, I think he's dialing that in even more, which makes it even more scary. My wife has an embroidery machine. There you go. There you go. You are already set up. Jail. Remco would have made the finish crazy if he caught up. Yeah. I mean, I was rooting for him. Like he'd close off a few seconds, and then he'd lose a few seconds. I think that last climb he would have been toast anyways. Remco, you know, he is a flat course, put your nose to the grind, just sit in that zone kind of guy. You know, Gotcha's definitely a climber, and Van de Poel is just he's a puncher through and through. So I mean, very three distinct styles, 1, 2, and 3. But given any day, like it could have been any of theirs. And I mean, the interesting thing now is that it's, you know, Pogacar's third, MVP has 3. It's like who's going to be 4 first at the end of the day. Did you see the jerk at 19? Yeah, it's, you know, you see stuff like you see a lot more of that stuff in cross, because cross, it's laps and there's a lot of people there. You see it happen to MVP a lot, and sometimes depends where they're racing, but yeah, I mean, it's, people need to keep that stuff out of the sport for sure. There's no class. It's and these guys work hard, and they're there to entertain, and you know, race hard, and you know, it's you don't need it. You don't need it. I mean, you can have your favorites and all that kind of stuff, and you might not particularly like a guy on a team for whatever reason, and you are all entitled to that, but keep the BS out of the sport, man. It's I feel like that if it was me, I don't know if you've ever seen the footage, I can't remember, I think it was a Dutch guy, and he was riding cyclocross, and somebody did that, and he just gets off the bike and he goes into the crowd and he just lays them out. Well, as long as you had fun, Nikki. It's it's not an easy course, and it's not an easy course when the punches start coming. Oh, it's going to be a fun series. It's going to be a fun series. Like I said, I was a little worried with the numbers being a little lower, but I think it's I think it's good. I think it's good, and you know, you can see, I don't know, I can feel when people are pushing, and I can see that people are thinking, and I like that about racing, personally. I like the calculations and the thinking about it, and what am I going to do, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's I think it just makes racing that much better. I will say, after lap 16, I thought, oh, Zwift, where was that? It gets there. You know, it's like at lap 10, you're heading towards that second preem for this one, and you're like, okay, starting to feel a little real. But I like it. And, you know, it's, say what you will, but I think everybody that does this series this month, like next month, we're going to not as, they won't be as long, they definitely won't be as punchy, all that kind of stuff. We've got another little plan, but it's going to feel so much easier. I think you're going to see some people make some really good gains, because even in a course like this, and we may not have been completely sending it up the climb every single time, but you still got to push, and it's going to help a lot of people push those kind of numbers, and I think some people are going to see some big jump in their power. Oh no. Yeah, I thought I had Meld sorted out to get the things back, but it doesn't work the way that the internet tells me it's supposed to, and that most definitely doesn't. It was a fiction thing that I was reading, so that's still going to be a bit. Oh man, sorry, Mike. That doesn't mean that you can't cause chaos. It doesn't mean, like I said, there's sprint points down all the way down to 10th. So it's gonna, over the series, I think you're gonna be surprised. But you also had racing this weekend, and I know it didn't go quite to plan, but it's awesome to see you in P2 going into the finals and stuff like that. And we're all rooting for you. Again, if you have, I know last year you had some of the events show up on the internet and stuff like that, or if you know that there's going to be live stuff, please do share it with us, Mike. I'm sure everybody here, for those of you who don't know, Mike races karts. His season has started, so we definitely want to cheer you on, that's for sure. 3rd, 10, 11 this race. Those are points. That 3rd place is, that first one, I think I was 4th, so you were at the tip of the spear of the chasers on that first one. Maybe that's the thing, Jay. I'll get back on the Asiomas. It makes me wonder which. I think, personally, my Asiomas are bang on. Bang on, both sets. They're almost identical, in fact, so I think it's your trainer. Sticky pots are fine. Nearly caught the brake, but I just came up short. Yeah, it's yeah, there was a few probing brakes, a few little pushes. It's going to be a fun series in that way. I think there's going to be, in future races, I think there might be some breakaways and all that kind of stuff, depending on what happens, depending on what people do. But yeah, it's awesome. It's like I said, it's good to see. It's really good to see. Whoa. Take a seat off the bike for a moment here. If you haven't done so already, please do smash that like button, give a thumbs up, all that kind of good stuff. It does help the channel immensely. And I appreciate you all being here and hanging out and doing those kind of things. I wandered off the front once, giving a mighty 25 meters before I got reeled in. Yeah, I mean, that's the tough part. I think strategy-wise, if you're gonna do a break, you need to break with somebody that's a GC contender. I think you have to do it sometimes a chunk before, kind of like the first break before the first, like on lap 4 when they took off. That's way too early in a race like that to kind of break away for 16 laps, I think. But you never know, because there's definitely lulls and stuff like that, but can't be too close to a preem, or you're probably gonna wanna push it right after, is kind of what I would say. It's like, because the guys that are punching really hard are not going to want to pursue very hard after a hard punch. They're gonna wanna get their recovery in, all that kind of stuff. And they'll let, like there was a couple times that it kind of pushed off the front. You'll let a couple guys go. You'll maybe even, I think I even let 3 guys go once. And I'm fine with that, because unless they're gonna work hard, which can sometimes be hard. It's to get, you know, a group to work together. Definitely, like that last lap, like I would have loved to have made that work with Reed and Vaughn's, but I just didn't have it. I didn't have it left. Like I had to drop back, and I know probably people were looking at that and like, oh no, like push on. But sometimes that's how it kind of plays out. It's you got to take your chances and you know, make things happen at the end of the day. So yeah, no, I had fun. I hope you guys did as well. That's got 3 more. I know a bunch of you racing ZRL. I have ZRL tomorrow. I think what is it? Team Time Trial Hell of the North. If you haven't done so already, we've got the recon for that up. If you're looking for route notes, those are already in the Discord. So if you're racing with a team and you need that kind of information, it's there. Some things have changed. There's the draft power-up vans. That's going to happen the week after. It's the Classic. And since I recorded that video, good thing is the power-ups, by the sounds of things, is draft van, and then you get the feather before the climb, and then you get the arrow on the way down. So it's all kind of that. Initially it was just 1, 2, 3, which made it kind of wonky. So you'd have to make some choices, which I don't mind, honestly. Like sometimes like keeping power-ups is, you know, or not having them all the time to use all the time is a little bit cool. But it's not how it's going to play out. But ZRL tomorrow, legs are going to probably be burning a little bit for that. Especially Hell of the North, because it's got a climb at the end. So I expect to get dropped on my team. Kind of how that's all going to probably play out. It's going to be push hard on the cobbles, do my work, and then watch them sail across the line, and then suffer for that last little bit up the teeth for me. Is probably how it's all going to work. But that's how racing goes. How racing goes. All right, guys. I think that's it for me. Again, if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Give us a thumbs up. Like I said, the second one, the Classic, dropped today. So for race 2, not tomorrow's race, CRL, give that a watch. Give it some hype. Throw a thumbs up, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, we will be in the Discord, probably chit-chatting, typing wise, because I'm going to hit the shower and fuel up and throw the boots on and all that kind of stuff. But great series, guys. I appreciate it all. I need a better transition between things, between these two kind of things. Well, I switched kind of going off in between the two, but thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking part in the series. Appreciate you all, and until next time, see ya.